Okay, imagine this for a second. You wake up tomorrow morning, you stretch your arms, and you suddenly realize you have magic powers. I'm talking total, unbridled, world bending magic. What is literally the first thing you do? I mean, would you fly? Would you instantly give yourself $1 billion? Well, in today's explainer, we are going to look at how a highly imaginative and honestly deeply empathetic student named Anshul answered that exact question. And let me tell you, his answers might just completely change the way you look at the world. Welcome to today's explainer. We are diving into the absolutely beautiful empathy-driven ideas of a young learner. Get ready, because we are about to explore the world according to Anshul. We're pulling these wonderful insights directly from a really delightful interview script where a teacher chats with Anshul. And right off the bat, when asked about his very first goal if he had magic powers, he doesn't even hesitate. He doesn't ask for toys or endless video games. No, his immediate #1 priority, healing the entire planet. So, Section 1, Waking Up with Magic. Let's see exactly how Anshul's magical solutions instantly target both global and personal issues. You might be wondering, how exactly would he heal a planet as huge as ours? Well, with a literal snap of his fingers. Anshul imagines that with one crisp snap, every single piece of plastic floating in our oceans would instantly turn into harmless sea bubbles. And all that litter on land, it would immediately transform into beautiful trees or flowers. As his teacher points out, the highway department would absolutely love this guy. No more trash duty, just instant, endless forests. Oh, and nobody would ever go hungry either, because he'd just zap endless, healthy buffets into existence for anyone in need. And this next bit brilliantly illustrates his playful mind. When asked if he'd use his magic to make it sunny every single day, Anshul completely rejects the premise. He thinks rain is cool, but, only if it tastes good. So instead of stopping the rain, he imagines changing the weather so that standard raindrops turn into delicious, different fruit juices. Literally just imagine walking outside into a Tuesday afternoon strawberry shower. How fun is that? But his magic isn't just environmental, it is deeply, beautifully human. He proposes this incredible concept he calls a teleportation hug. The idea is he'd create a magic portal. So if you miss a family member who lives far away, you don't need to buy a plane ticket or travel for days. You just step right through this portal, give them a hug, and instantly visit them for the weekend. It is just such a pure, wonderful use of magic to keep families connected. Now, of course, Anshul is still a kid, right? So he naturally reserves just one spell for himself. When pressed by his teacher on whether he'd save any magic for his own life, he admits he'd use a cleanup zap. With one spell, boom, his bedroom is instantly completely clean. Why? So he has more time to read and play. Honestly, I think anyone who has ever had to clean a messy room can fully support this use of sorcery. All right, let's move to Section 2. If animals could talk. This builds into a seriously amazing concept. If animals could suddenly speak English, Anshul's first order of business actually isn't to ask them about the meaning of life. It's to solve a highly specific, everyday mystery. He says he would spend hours interviewing his dog to find out exactly what the dog is barking at when he just sits there staring at a blank wall. Like, is it a ghost? Is it a bug? A random speck of dust? He demands answers. But he takes it a step further. The crucial point here is that Anshul thinks animals could actually help us run society. Think about it. Birds could act as our eyes in the sky, shouting down traffic reports like, hey, look out for a jam on Main Street. Meanwhile, squirrels could operate as little park police informants, telling the cops exactly where criminals are hiding in the bushes. But the most important takeaway for Anshul, the communication goes both ways. If animals could talk, humans would finally learn exactly what they need from us to stay safe, healthy, and truly happy. Next up, Section 3, Principle for a Day. Let's see how he creatively tackles the education system. Think about the massive contrast here between a traditional school experience and Anshul's completely reimagined school day. His very first executive order? A total dress code overhaul. Everyone, and yes, that includes the teachers, has to wear their favorite pajamas to school. We're talking flannel pants and slippers all around. On top of that, standard math is completely replaced with counting and eating chocolate chips. And creative writing? You are definitely not stuck at an indoor desk. You're sitting on a giant beanbag under the trees outside, writing comic books. And obviously, you cannot be principal for a day without addressing recess. Recess gets a major interactive upgrade. Instead of just milling around the playground, the whole thing becomes a massive school-wide game of hide and seek. And the best part? The teachers are absolutely required to hide too. The teacher in our source material actually jokes that she's an expert at hiding in the staff lounge, so she's totally ready for the challenge. Which brings us to Section 4, the one golden rule. This is really the emotional climax of our explainer. Out of everything he could magically change in the entire world, and remember, we started with changing the weather to strawberry juice and magically vanishing global plastic, Anshul chooses one simple, incredibly profound societal rule. His absolute mandate: no one is ever allowed to be left out alone. He strictly enforces this in his everyday life on the playground by completely banning exclusive phrases. Under Anshul's rule, no one is ever allowed to say things like, "the game is full," or "you can't play." The entire goal here is to ensure every single kid feels brave, happy, and confident that they truly belong. Now, what's really interesting about this is that he actually envisions a highly structured, three-step procedure to make this an active, enforceable rule. Step 1, you spot a student sitting alone on a bench or just watching a game. Step 2, you must pause your current game immediately. Step 3, it becomes the immediate duty of the kids playing to fulfill their obligation and invite that solo student to join them. It's a literal, proactive requirement for empathy. At the very end of their conversation, Anshul leaves his teacher, and all of us listening, with this incredible, heartwarming sign-off. Remember, everyone, invite someone to play today. It so perfectly summarizes his empathetic worldview and challenges us all to be a little bit more like him. It's a brilliant reminder that we don't actually need magic powers to make someone else's world significantly better. So, to wrap up our explainer today, I want to leave you with this provocative question to reflect on. Who will you invite to play today? How can you apply Anshul's golden rule in your own life right now? Whether that's in your workplace, your community, or your home. Empathy doesn't cost a thing, but as Anshul so brilliantly points out, leaving no one behind changes absolutely everything. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this truly wonderful conversation. Keep learning, keep imagining, and I will see you in the next explainer.